All right, guys, here's your fall strength cycle starting next week. Hopefully you've all gotten your maxes to start off this cycle, as we will be taking percentages of your maxes. This time around, we're going to be doing 12 minutes every day. The even minute is going to be for the lift, and the odd minute will be for the accessory work.
What's up, CrossFit Soulists? We're going to go over some of the strength interval training we'll be doing for this week's cycle. The first one we're going to show for Monday is 1 squat snatch plus 2 overhead squat. Main focus points for that movement are going to be feet in the setup, maintaining your back angle as you come off the ground, and I really want to focus on externally rotating, giving me that wader carry at the top, so I feel all my shoulder activated here, pits of the elbow pointed toward the sky, armpits pointed toward the front, so that I'm keeping a nice rigid structure and keeping my chest up tall as I go down through those 2 overhead squats each time. Okay, for our accessory work on Monday, we're going to be going through what's referred to as a dragonfly. My main points of performance are going to be activating the lats, so I'm going to reach up on the rig a little bit higher than maybe feels comfortable or normal, and then I'm going to try to raise my whole body up and essentially lower it flat until I get it back to the ground. So I will show that. I can also pack at the hip, or I could do knees to elbow sit-ups or pull-up roll-ups on the rings for a substitute for that. Okay, for Tuesday, for the strength cycle, we're going to be doing a tempo deadlift. You saw this last time in the front squat, and it's going to be a little different with the deadlift. It shouldn't be quite as awful. The tempo is going to be 1 up, 1 second hold at the top, 3 seconds down, and 1 second pause off the ground to make sure that we are not bouncing the bar off the ground. So it'll look like this. Then my feet set up, make sure my lumbar curve, back is set nice and tight, and I will 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For our accessory work Tuesday with our tempo deadlift, we're also going to throw in some tempo push-ups. Biggest thing I want to throw out there beforehand is that if you know at some point going through this you're going to have to modify or go down to a box, I'd much rather you start with that box from the beginning as opposed to not having equipment ready and then warming up your push-ups. So for tempo, it'll be the same tempo from the ground. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For our Wednesday, we're going to keep the tempo movement going and apply it to the strict press overhead. It'll be essentially the same tempo we used on the deadlift. So we'll set up the front rack position, elbows slightly in front, and I will press 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For a Wednesday with the strict press tempo, we're gonna do some back rack step-ups on the box. So I'm gonna start off with the bar in the back rack. When I step up, my main focus is going to be to reach the full range of motion with one leg before I set the other foot down. So what that will look like is this. I step up, then set my foot down. What I'm going to try to prevent is to put my foot up early, which would look like this. Then I'm doing work with 2 legs. I want to set up the box height to be about even with my knee, but I would much rather you work the full range of motion with your leg and use a lower box as opposed to just setting up on the knee. For our Thursday strength training, this 6-week cycle, we're going to be doing back squats. Our little wrinkle on this is we're going to do a 2-second pause in the bottom. So where we did a tempo with the entire front squat before, the down and the up is kind of on you, but we're going to have a strict 2-second pause in the bottom. Main focus point on this is wanting to stay tight in the bottom. I'm not going to just drop everything and let it relax, so I'll kind of try to show what both things look like. When you set up on the rack, make sure that you get your bar position set where you want it before you take it off. Take a couple steps back. I'll show a good rep first, staying tight in the bottom, so I'll just drop at whatever speed I want. Now I'll show one where I relax in the bottom. This is what we're going to try to prevent. So the Thursday accessory work is going to be a combination of strict pull-ups and to kipping. The strict pull-ups are going to get you a little fatigue, but also help build some strength. And then we're going to try to apply that kip so you get used to cycling them. Hopefully we can build the unbroken number of pull-ups that you can do, kind of burn the candle at both ends in a positive manner. So I'll set up 2 strict pull-ups into the kip. Okay, for Friday, we're going to work on hang, power clean to jerk. If you've already tested this week, this is going to be more of a skill transitional movement with the weight. So working on it lighter at first is going to get you more comfortable with transitioning all the way up and down through the move. What we're trying to eliminate are pauses at the shoulder and kind of a double take going down into that reset position at the hang. So I'm going to show here what good reps should look like. We'll be using varying weight and also doing higher and lower number of reps with this. I'll set here, and then okay, for Friday, our accessory work, we're going to throw in 10 to 12 lawnmowers, so that's going to be 5 to 6 per side. Similar to a dumbbell row, except I'm going to get a little bit of core work by actually rotating my torso every time. I want to try to make this a controlled movement and feel squeeze up at the top, as opposed to like yanking on the dumbbell as hard as I possibly can. So for my setup, I'll just go hand on the bench or box, same hand, same knee. I'll grab the dumbbell with my other hand, I'll let it all the way down, and then pull, and also rotate at the torso. Pull, rotate at the torso.